What's up, you guys? In today's video, we're going to be comparing the 2022 Trek Slash that I have right here and my friend Jonathan's 2022 Trek Rail. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to compare the two, e-bike versus regular bike, and how often do you get to go out and ride trails back to back with an e-bike and an enduro bike. If you guys don't know, the new 2022 Trek Rail, is that the 9.8 or 9.9?
This is the 9.8 Rail XT.
Okay, so the 9.8 and up models have this pretty much the same geo as the Trek Slash, right?
Right, very closely resembles the Slash with the reach. The wheelbase I think is a little bit longer, but the head tube angle is what's pretty similar.
Yeah, and I don't nerd out a ton on geometry numbers. What I do is I know my numbers. I know I like around a mid 480 to 490 reach would be about the max. So I have my phone here just because I wrote some of them down. I don't have every bike's geo memorized. So on my bike right here, it is in the low setting with the Minolink, and you have the Minolink on that one, so you can do high and low settings as well. Do you have
low right
it's in
now.
The low?
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is in the low setting, and that does change the geometry a little bit. So in the low setting, mine has a 437 chain stays, 486 reach for overall wheelbase of a 1264 millimeters. And then from what I pulled on the rail looking online, looks like it's got about 448 chain stays, so just a little bit longer chain stays, 487 reach, so about the same reach. It should feel pretty similar right there. Like you said, the same head tube angle. Overall, just a slightly longer wheelbase with the 1278 wheelbase. And then the biggest difference between these two bikes is really the weight. Mine's high 30s. I think this one is about 36 to 37 pounds, and yours is high 40s, about
just sub 50
pounds.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's go over some of the pros and cons, Trek Rail versus Trek Slash. All right, so I just wrote down some pros and cons, I think, and then you can add to it if you think there's anything additional. But pros of the Trek Rail, obviously those laps. You can just lap, especially a mountain like this,
all
right? Because there's times it can take you an hour and a half, 2 hours to climb to the top of this mountain on a bike like mine versus have you climbed to the top of this yet?
It took me 27 minutes to get to the top, and it normally takes me about 30 to get even halfway. So it was a game changer.
Yep. So laps, you can get all those laps in. Climbing, I mean, there's definitely be a climbing advantage to that. Cons. Some of the cons I was thinking of, right off the bat, the price. Just the price of these two bikes. This bike is right around $5,000. Now, obviously, I have some modifications to it, so it's a little more expensive than that. And the Trek Rail comes in at about...
It was practically double that, especially when you add taxes to it. I know on the website it's listed at right at $9,000.
Yeah.
But after taxes, it was a lot closer to 10.
Dang. Okay, so double the price. So the price, new bike wait time, right? So a bike like the Slash, you can find a 2021 model probably already available at your bike shop. You can maybe even find one used. The Trek Rail 2022 with the new geometry, it's a brand new bike. So you're gonna have to, how long did you have to wait before you finally got this bike in the shop?
Well, I had an estimated year wait time, and I felt like that was way too much. So I started doing my own research, started digging on Trek's website and looking up other bike stores to see what inventory they had, and I ended up finding one down in California that I had to drive to and pay California taxes, but I have a bike
sucks.
now.
Yeah, none of that Oregon tax-free purchasing down there. But you got the bike. Another one of the cons I was thinking of that we're about to put to test today is can you even ride with your non-e-bike friends anymore once you get an e-bike? Are you trying to get a crew of e-bikers together to go ride? And another con, a thing that's I don't know if it's a con, I guess it's what we're gonna find out today. We know it's gonna crush a bike like the Slash on the way uphill. Is it gonna be just as much fun on the way downhill?
Exactly. Can you ride this bike like you would your normal bike? I think that's a question that many non-e-bike people, if they're looking to buy one, probably have in mind. Okay, I have a normal bike, but can I ride it the same way and do all the same fun stuff that I would do on my regular bike? So we're going to find that out today.
Yeah, and that's really what I was interested in, taking back-to-back laps, hitting some of the jumps back-to-back, one versus the others. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get some close-up shots of each one of these bikes, show you what we're working with, and then we'll get out on the trail and take these things for some laps. even in the lowest power assist right now. I mean, we're going a little bit slower right now, but just a minute ago before I hit this record button, he's basically having to wait up for me and use like no leg power. So like, hey man, am I going too fast? And I'm having to pedal at a pretty decent pace to keep up with them. And it makes going up rocky sections like that you just did look like a breeze. All right. Yep. So definitely no surprise to me that the rail is crushing it on the uphill. Hey, I tell you what, let's get up to you know where that one super technical little like black diamond climb is? Yeah. And we'll do going up it on the slash versus the rail. Okay. Just to kind of complete like the uphill comparison on these bikes. Yeah. We've made it up here to the climb section I was talking about. Right here you can see it's got the black diamond climb section to the left. Pretty technical climb section right there. Pretty hard to make it up that on my Trek Slash, especially first try. We're gonna go ahead and do some back-to-back laps. Show you guys how much easier it's gonna be, I think, on the Trek rail right here. You got me? Got me?
Yep.
All right, so here we are. Like I said, we're at that black diamond section, this kind of like impossible climb, if you would. And Jonathan's gonna do his best to kind of follow behind me. Usually there's some tricky spots on this climb, like right about halfway there. You can see when those rocks start to get a little bit bigger, where you get into pedal strike mode. That's about as far as I usually make it. It usually takes me like a few tries to be able to get this climb down. But we're gonna go ahead with me on the slash first and see if I can get this done. And then we'll come back on the rail. I'm also gonna have to start probably a lot further back than you're going to on the rail. Damn, I was like right freaking there and I thought my pedal was gonna clip. I was so close to making that.
Nice.
Right, let's get you doing it on the rail. All right, here you go, folks. E-bike versus regular bike. Impossible climb, round one. And you'll notice when I went up it, I was choosing like the easiest line possible. And I had to start about 50 to 100 feet back from where Jonathan's trying to start right now. Just like nothing, knocking boulders over. Oh shoot.
That was pretty torquey.
What mode was that on?
That was EMTB.
On the MTB mode. Sweet.
Yeah, when you pedal out of the saddle, you gotta really hold on to the bike because it just wants to go away from you.
I noticed that. I noticed when I was climbing uphill on that, there's like you pedal, but then the bike will keep going for just a little bit.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
It's a different feeling, definitely, from a regular bike.
All right, now we're gonna switch bikes. We're gonna put Jonathan on the slash, and I'm gonna hop on the rail. See if it makes a difference. I feel really weird, like starting from right here. I wonder if it's gonna, oh shit, it's already taken off the second I press on it. Right? Yeah. Oh shit. It's like not even a challenge. I had to not try so hard. I had to just relax because as soon as I wanted to kick on, it was just going. Got Jonathan there on the slash, got the rail set to the side. Maybe he'll make it up this too. Oh, seat up, seat up.
Let's see it.
He's out of the saddle, seat down the whole way. Yeah, you're just a better climber than me. All right, so he made it anyways. You didn't even throw the seat up.
No.
Just out of the saddle pedaling the whole way. All right, well, there you go. maybe riding an e-bike just makes you a better climber. maybe Jonathan's just a better climber than me anyways. All right, so uphill battle. Maybe that wasn't the best example because you crushed the climb on the slash and on the rail, but definitely way easier on the rail. We all knew that. That wasn't going to be a surprise to anybody, but I just think it's cool for those of you, like, I didn't make it up as easy on the slash. I didn't make it up all the way, and the rail was, I was having to relax. So if you're someone that struggles with those climbs, or if you're someone that just wants to take your climbing to a whole nother level and just, it was fun. You're like powering up it, up that. And I get it, I know GoPro's not gonna show, but this is it's a pretty technical climb. It's definitely something that could get some people on that. Any final thoughts on climbing, on hopping back to the slash?
You can feel the weight so much lighter, even just picking it up and doing a 180 turn real quick on trail. It's different. I like it. It's just a completely different bike category.
Heck yeah. All right, so we got that climb going, got that kind of complete for the climb challenge and the climb comparisons between the two of these. Actually, just one final thing. E-bike riding with your non-e-biker friends. Is it a struggle? Kind of like waiting for me sometimes? Or like...
I want to go faster, but you know what? I also like the company, so I think riding with people is more fun.
It'd probably be more fun if I had a rail too, though, because then we could just be bombing up this. So we'll leave that to you guys. Leave a comment below. What do you guys think? Once your friend gets an e-bike, can you ride with them anymore? But let's go ahead, get up to the top, and we'll start bombing down this thing. We're going to be riding a flow trail today called Speed King. If you guys haven't been out here to Spence Mountain, you have to check out Speed King. Berms and jumps the whole way down. And it'll be kind of interesting to see, like, if you can really whip the rail and kind of style it and clear these jumps with as much ease as you can the slash, because that's what the slash is really built for. I mean, flowing down those trails, popping over those jumps. So let's go ahead, enough talking, get to the top and bomb our way back down. So made it up here to the top. We're gonna go ahead and start flowing down this, hit these little jumps, some of these berms. We'll find a section where there's like a decent little jump that we can kind of hit like back to back with my bike versus yours, and we can kind of see like how it is whipping that bike around, bike control, just hitting those jumps around those corners. That's another thing I'm kind of interested on this. But yeah, let's go ahead and get going. You want me to lead right now, or?
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
All right, let's hit it.
Section, buddy. Oh, my tire. Minute into the trail.
Dang it.
Flash.
All right, we switched over bikes. I'm gonna go ahead and ride the rail, hit some jumps, and then we'll get this little section down here where we'll do some back-to-back jumps.
Let's go.
All right, so final thoughts: Trek rail versus Trek slash. Two other things, two other kind of cons on the Trek rail. Not necessarily cons, but just things to be considerate of. First of all, we blew out that tire. We had to fix that. So with a 10-pound heavier bike, you're definitely gonna have to worry about blowing out tires more often. Want to have a good repair kit, maybe some heavier duty casing tires. Also, when you had that flipped upside down and you're repairing the tire, the plug right here,
the cable,
the cable from your Bosch controller came off, and then we were like, why doesn't this thing power back on? So we had to connect back in the cable. So just a little bit more complications. You got to be just a little bit more tech savvy and kind of work through those issues. But on the way downhill, we went ahead, we switched off back and forth, riding the Slash and riding the rail. I will say, like, I thought it was the 10 pounds extra was gonna make it way hard to like whip the bike at all. You can still do it.
Yeah.
You can still like style it. It makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And then when you jump like right back onto the Slash after riding the rail, you're gonna like overshoot jumps because you're used to like having to really on the rail. You really just gotta like
Compress it?
Yeah, intentionally
Yeah.
just compress that thing. Towards the Slash, you can kind of last minute just be like, oh, I'll pop this and just
Yeah.
kind of decide. What were your thoughts like going back and forth between the two?
Yeah, the weight is the obvious difference. I think it's just like learning a new skill. So if you're trying to ride the rail as you would a Slash, whipping it, you can definitely do that. You just have to be aware that it weighs more, and you're just going to have to put more oomph into it, and you can definitely get that bike sideways.
For sure, but I mean, all in all, I think you'd be really happy with either one of these bikes. Me riding the Slash, like if I don't think I would ditch my Slash to get a rail. If I had enough money to have both, 100%, I would get a rail for sure. I don't know though, on the way uphill, that was so much fun. So,
Yeah.
you know, I would definitely love to have one if I had the extra money. I don't know if you guys got any other comments, any other questions, anything that we missed or forgot to talk about, please leave a comment down below. But most of all, get stoked, go ride, and have some fun, people.